Hello and welcome once again to Edvards' Book of the Week. This week's book is The Richest Man in Babylon, and I'm afraid I don't have the physical copy because I listened to it on my Audible account. So in this book, what I'm going to go through is the 7 laws of gold, because this book is about teaching you financial literacy, how to accumulate wealth, because there's a story throughout the book where it's talking about obviously the richest man in Babylon and how he got to where he is, and people asking him of advice, etc. So he gave us some laws, and I'm gonna go through these 7 main laws, and it's pretty simple, and it's some timeless laws. I mean, this is from an old time. Babylon, that's when the story actually takes place. It's a good time ago. So what I wanted to do is to go through these 7 laws and make it very simple and step by step like that. So we start with the first law, which is like this: start thy purse to fattening. And it's Old English, yes, thy purse. And this concept is like you save every dollar you earn, you save 10% of it. You save 10% of everything you earn. And a lot of people are like, I can't save 10%. I hardly barely survive with what I have now. There was this, I think he worked for UPS or FedEx or something. He made $14,000 a year. We can all agree that would indeed be difficult to live on, especially in Norway. And he retired a millionaire. How? How is that possible? He saved 10% of everything that he earned, and with the power of compound interest, which I'm not going to cover in this video, he was actually able to retire a millionaire, which is very interesting. So if he's able to save 10% of whatever he makes, I think you're able to do that too. Okay? Instead of going for the Venti at Starbucks, you can go for the Grande or whatever their names are. It is very essential to making it's a good thing to have some money to get started with. Okay, so the second law is control thy expenditures, which ties into the first law. Every time, I think this is Robert Allen, he's talking about the Millionaire's Minute, which is every time you're going to buy something, you go to a store, you buy something, you use an additional 1 minute period of time where you go through, what am I actually looking for? Let's say, as an example, I'm buying myself a computer, and I know that I'm going to use it for this, I'm going to use it for this and that, and what do I actually need? And what is the best value for my money? I mean, of course you have these computers for 2,000-3,000, but maybe, since I'm just going to sit in my office, I'm going to do some web browsing and some typing, maybe the one for $400 or $500 is enough, for instance. To just take a minute to think, what is it that I really need? What is it that I really want? What is the best value for my money? Of course, when you're a millionaire, it's not like you have to always buy the cheapest or whatever, but it's the concept behind it in order to get to there where you want to be financially. So you need to be a bit quicker now, not to make the video too long. So law 3, make thy gold multiply. This is about investment, and also it ties into the power of compound interest, which is, let's say you put your money in an index fund, and this is an example of how to multiply your money and have your money work for you. Is if I put my money in an index fund, I invest like $100 to $300 every month into an index fund, and they often have an average rate of return of like 10% something a year, which is pretty good. And first year I put in, let's say, $1,000 the first year, and that gives me a 10% return. then I get 100 additional bucks, so I have 1,100. So then the second year, it is 10% out of 1,100, which is $110, etc. So the more you have in, the more those percents are gonna stack up, and that's what's called compound interest. And that is essentially what it is. It's a good example of how money can work for you. You're supposed to make money your slave and have it work for you, instead of you working for your money, like putting hours in and getting dollars out. You want to then again place your money so that your money works for you. Essential. Okay. Law 4. Guard thy treasure from loss. And this ties into not falling for, let's say, get rich quick schemes, etc., and not taking too high risks, because a get rich quick scheme is a super high risk. It's a very, very high risk, and it's a very high reward, but the risk is so high that you might as well play the lottery, because most often it is a scam. I'm sorry. And that is the danger of us human beings. We want to get rich, and we want to do it now, preferably 10 years ago, but since we didn't do it 10 years ago, we have to do it now. And that is very scary. You have to be aware that it takes time. You have to build up. So avoid unnecessary losses like that one. To give you an example. So, make this law 5, make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. This is in regards to owning your own home. Own your own home and make it a profitable investment. I'm from Norway, so the real estate market here is different. I know that, for instance, Robert Kiyosaki says that it is not always profitable in the States to own your own home, that it can become a liability instead of an investment, meaning you lose money instead of making money out of it. But I think it is more to make it into an investment. In Norway, the real estate is going up, so I think our house is worth probably a bit more than twice the amount we paid for it right now, or something like that, which is pretty good ROI for a house, even though we have, of course, built a lot on our house and worked a lot with it. But make of that dwelling a profitable investment. But of course, you have to look at the real estate market, and is it going up or is it just going down, and is it not working out for you? So let's see. Law number 6, ensure a future income. As Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And that is very true, because if you don't have any passive income, and passive income that you do not work for, you do the work, put in the money, whatever, and then it flows in automatically on a monthly basis or whatever. And that is super important, because you're not really free until you can do this. I know I speak a lot about this, but it was in the book, I promise. So this is so you can actually be free, so you can retire and actually be safe. You know, you have 401ks, and a lot of the 401ks, etc., has been just, they have been it's a bit out of focus. Sorry, some have been wiped out, some have been cut in half, whatever. So it's, make sure you keep make sure you actually have invested and spend your money wisely, so you will have recurring income even when you stop working. That's essentially it. So the last law number 7, is to improve thy ability to earn. A lot of rich people, I'm going to use Dan Lok as an example here. He is a multi-millionaire. He said that he feels really good about himself and everything. Of course, he's rich and all that, but he said, if I was to lose it all, I know I could make it back. Listen to that. That's amazing. If I was to lose it all, I know I could make it back, because his earning ability is high. he knows that he can do it. I've done it before, I can do it again, and I know how to do it. I know the mindset required, I know the know-how. So this is why you should improve on your financial literacy and read on how to invest, how to do certain kinds of businesses, etc., etc. This is really important. So that's the 7 laws. I'm going to quickly wrap them up before we cut this off here. Law number 1 is start thy purse to fattening, save 10%. Law 2, control thy expenditures, make sure you don't waste unnecessarily. Law 3, make thy gold multiply, invest it, so it gives a positive rate of return. Law 4, guard thy treasure from loss, once again, avoid unnecessary loss, get rich quick schemes. Law number 5, make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. Own your own home, make sure you're making money that is not liability. Law 6, ensure a future income, passive income, residual income that will keep going even when you stop working. So, Law 7, last one, improve thy ability to learn. Study, watch videos like the one you're watching just now. Take a look at my other videos, other people that know a lot more than me, Tony Robbins, Gary Vee, all these people. Take a look at them. So that's it for the lessons from the book. I have a written review which includes a bit more detailed information. I will leave that link down below. Follow my Instagram, edvard.rose with a V, not a W, for daily motivation and inspiration. And check out my website for other lessons and helpful information that will hopefully help you on your way to achieve your dreams and goals for your life. So, thumb this video if you liked it, subs if you loved it, and if there's someone you think would need this information, please feel free to share it with them. And if you have any questions or just want to say good job or something I can do better, feel free to drop a comment below, contact me. There should be contact information, whether you're watching this on my website or on my YouTube. There should be contact information there. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have an amazing day, and goodbye for now.